Yo, 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 yo. Whew. Sorry, I was running around trying to get this stream started. Just finished the work in my house. For now, taking a quick break to get back to the charts. Okay, what is that? Man, there's been a lot of movement this morning. What? It's the first time I'm looking back at the charts since, I'm gonna say, about 9:30. Wowzers, wowzers. Okay, let's get into it. Hey yeehaw, good afternoon, good morning. Good afternoon, good morning. Let's try catch some pips today. Happy NFP day. Love a bit of NFP. All right, so let's get that set up over there. That's all good. Cool. All right, so gold this morning was below 3100, where I last saw it anyway. Yep, about 9ish. It was pushing down. Let's start with the daily. So the daily is currently weak, bullish. It's actually a doji indecision candle right here. So we're not bullish, we're not bearish, we are just chilling in the middle right now. I believe it is waiting for NFP to start, and then we'll get some movement. So the daily's weak. Did we break yesterday's low? Nope, not even close. Not even close, but we did push up a bit. So we know we're just ranging right now. The 4 hour is currently very bullish. So we pushed up, tapped into 31.33. That high? Higher than that, 31.35. And now we're pushing back down. So we still have 2 hours until this 4 hour candle closes, and we don't have a bottom wick. We actually don't have a bottom wick on this candle. So let's see if this NFP drives gold down. Well, flips bearish, and then we get a retest of this daily resistance here. So the 30-minute, yeah, so 30-minute we closed right below 31.29, which is, as you can see, a lower time frame resistance. You know, this is the last place I saw gold. Actually, I saw this continuation pattern going up. But yeah, we're just playing the range right now for gold. I think any trade I take will be after NFP. So I'm going to see what it does. But what is that? That is a big big truck. Right, so fundamentally still bullish on gold. So NFP, if NFP does drop, I'm still expecting gold to push up at the end of the day, and that's just because I think the reaction will be bearish for NFP depending on the results. If it's good results, we have a bearish NFP, and then we continue the bullish trend. And let's see if we close above 3100 today, but that's where I am with NFP. GJ did not bounce up yesterday at all. So what I was looking for to remain bullish on GJ, I'm gonna get rid of all of this analysis. Right, so what I was saying yesterday is, in order for pound yen to stay bullish, I would expect the daily candle to wick up and we close in the 193s. Obviously that didn't happen. And I said if we close back in this range, then we should come all the way down to the lows, basically. So 187.4. Did not expect that to happen in one day. I'll be honest with you, I did not expect it to be that quick. I thought, you know, we'd get a slow push down like we had a slow push up, but GJ had other ideas and we are falling, dropping right down. So now if we're moving this quick towards this support, then I think we continue down. I think we continue probably below this daily support, and I believe it's also a weekly support. Yeah, remember this area very well. Hey Rosie. So yeah, my weekly target, if NFP really drives pound yen down, then I think 184.7 would be the next target. But I did have let me check my daily analysis again for GJ. So the first target was 189.5, which we cleared that. So yeah, 187.1 is my next sell target that I have up. So the 4 hour is obviously very bearish, but we have tapped into this 4 hour support that we have down here, and daily support, it seems. Yes, strong daily support. Oh, this level again. Yes, so it's all flooding back to me. It's all flooding back to me. So yeah, I hope we're either gonna bounce from here and retrace, or we're just gonna keep on driving down. 1 second. Man, I have some weird neighbors. Instead of ringing the doorbell or knocking for people, they sit outside the house and just toot horns. Crazy, right? So pound yen, yeah, I want to see if this support, this daily support holds, and then we get a retracement to come back up. But if we break for NFP, then 187.3.1, this whole area down here is another support, and then below that is, yeah, we're dropping. So let's see, but this would be a really good place to bounce up from if it does want to retrace. I want to get rid of all of these previous levels because they've all been broken, so I'm gonna do some fresh levels here. But once all of these got smacked, that's it, pound yen was going down, right? It's clean. Still have a gap here to be filled, to be honest. That daily should be down here. Okay, where did this open? 300 flat. Cool. All right, so we have literally no 4-hour resistances today. The last one is all the way up here, 500 pips away. Crazy, right? I'm gonna put that on. We've had quite a drop today. So yeah, this, I'm not gonna add these supports to the left because I'm, you know, convinced that this area is pretty strong here, this daily one, and we've got the weekly support right below. So those are the next, you know, high time frame levels that I'm looking at. But 30 minutes, on the 30-minute we have a nice resistance here. Cool. And I'm not going to put a support here yet because this candle hasn't closed, so anything can happen. Can't believe GJ fell this much. You and me both. You and me both. But it did get to a point where I was watching it yesterday and I thought, yeah, pound yen's going down. Where was it? Because it was kind of struggling. It was struggling. Where was it? Thursday? Yeah, it was around here. I was watching it into the evening because I thought if it pushed up, there was a 4-hour, I think I was looking at 191.75. Yep. So this, I was looking for maybe a push up from here or a push up from 191 flat, and then it did drop down to 191 and then it came back up. So I was thinking, all right, this might be the start of the push. Like it kind of hovered around and it dropped, but then nah, it didn't happen. It didn't happen. But the way the daily candle closed, it was so strong, bearish, broke all of those levels. Yeah, it was looking like sells at that point. It was definitely looking like sells. No, we didn't respect any of those 4-hour supports. So we'll see though, we'll see if we get a push up from NFP. Let's check the last NFP and see how we did. Oh. Let's put that back. Right, so last NFP was, where's my Forex factory? What are they expecting today? 137,000 jobs. Cool. So March 7th. Let's go back in time. Start with gold. So March 7th. This was the NFP candle. So we pushed up and then retraced and closed week bullish before continuing up and then falling, starting to drop from 3 o'clock. So was there any more news on March the 7th why gold came back down after 3? Not in particular, but Fed Chair Powell did speak at 5:30. Did that do anything? Let's see. Not really. No, we just came up, retraced. Gold looked like it was pretty much ranging between that time anyway. But the most important thing is the NFP. Now, were the results positive or negative? It was negative. So it was bad numbers, missed by 8k. Not really a massive difference. Unemployment rate went up though, which is seen as bad. So you don't want unemployment rates to go up. Let's see how pound yen was affected. What happened with GJ? So March the 7th. Okay, GJ tanked. I won't say tanked, it didn't really fall out of a range, but I mean, it's a big drop. 76 pips, probably 80 pip move, 80, 90 pip move altogether. That's 02, more than that, look at that. So it pushed up, dropped down, so 110 pips. So 110 pip movement, price movement in that 30-minute candle for NFP on pound yen. So if it's bad news, we're expecting pound yen to drop. If it's good numbers, we could see a pound yen push. Hey Anna, hello. Hey Benny. Welcome guys, welcome. Thank you for joining. Let's get back to some pips. Hopefully we catch something nice today. Gold is a lot of volume in gold right now. Look where we were a month ago, 2,000 pips down here. Gold 30-minute candles have been so big recently. This push up right here after the news, I actually took some buys yesterday for this news. I saw it push up. I said if it breaks this high, I'm getting in, because we had a super strong support engulfing. The last time this news came out, gold pushed up 100 pips. That was discussed on stream. Sorry. That was discussed on stream. So I thought, you know what, if it breaks this high, I'm gonna jump in. Now the push up wasn't crazy to start with. Like the volume, it wasn't, you know, it didn't push so quick you couldn't catch it. So I ended up getting in, and there was I had a support. I think it was down here. Yeah, 3106. That was the support I had, which was literally just over 100 pips from my entry. So I closed at 100 pips. When I actually looked back at my P&L, I got stopped out. I only closed 70 pips. So price had pulled back. It had pulled back so quick, 30 pips, when I clicked exit. One sec. Yeah, pulled back super quick, and then carried on going for like another 300 pips. Gold was moving crazily yesterday. Anyone catch any trades after the stream? Because the GJ sells were popping. I know today I took some sells on pound yen during London session. So I took, was it there? Was it here? Let me check. I don't actually remember which candle it was. I remember getting stopped out. I remember that much. Okay, so it was at 8 o'clock. Yes. Yeah, this candle right here. So I took some pound yen sells. I had this support right here. Yep. So pound yen, it pushed up, created this resistance, which is, you know, indecision candle here as well, and then this candle came down, broke this low. This is actually a 3 candlestick pattern, an evening star, I believe. But yeah, we closed strong bearish, sorry. We, you know, engulfed this bullish candle. We broke the lows, very nice resistance, lower high. So I got in right here on this candle. Break of this low, like pretty much as soon as the candle opened. Got at 190.63, and price came down. It was pushing, but I had this support right here. I had this support, and it got to 20 pips, and I closed 80%. Stop loss to break even. Price came up, stopped me out, and then continued to tank for the rest of the day, as you can see. Always the way. But I wanted to manage risk, because this stop loss, I remember it being about 50 pips. And I was like, I don't want to take a 50 pip. I don't want to have a 50 pip stop loss, but I have a 50 pip stop loss. So I'm just going to manage my risk very quickly, just in case, you know, price does come up, or we respect this support and then we, you know, retrace. So I was very on to my risk management for this one here. But yeah, it was a nice drop. And then I was watching it, I saw this candle, and I said, all right, closure below. But then it was 9 o'clock, and I thought, we might get a range, you know, I'll close 20 pips. I'm not gonna be able to manage the trade because I had other stuff going on. So I said, you know, I'll come back for NY and we'll take it from there. But I'm still happy I managed to get some pips out of it, of course. No complaints. No complaints. But pound yen right now, the way pound yen is pushing up from this daily support. Oh, this chart looks nice and clean now. I had all these 4-hour supports in between. Got some good clean ranges to trade through. So we'll see what kind of price action we get today. Get rid of this. I was in GJ sales this morning. Nice. But yeah, this pound sell-off is crazy. I'm gonna look into it this weekend. What's making the pound weak or the yen strong? Let me take a look at USD JPY. Hey, what happened to my music? Let me sort out this the stream, 'cause I don't know why it's lagging. Alright, should be good. Alright, so yeah, I was looking at USD JPY just to see how the dollar was doing against the yen as well. But it pretty much looks the same as GJ. I've had this strong push up at 12.30. Interesting. Yeah, pound yen and UJ, they look exactly the same. Right, we had the push up just now, bearish candle. So what do we think is going to happen for NFP? Let's do a little poll. Oh, Roger. The casino's open. Alright, what's the question gonna be? What will happen at NFP? Both. Let's go. What's gonna happen for NFP? Gold buys, gold sells, both, or I don't know. Vote now. Okay, we got one vote. Gold buys. We got a both. Okay, we got a gold buys, 2 gold buys. You think sells then buys? Okay, so that's both. I'm very curious, very curious. Can't wait to see what happens. Let's take a look at gold while we're talking about it. Where are these 4-hour levels to? Okay, so we got a 4-hour support right at 30.86. So honestly, I mean, I think you guys know how I play news now. If it's good, nice wick fill on gold. Okay. So I think NFP typically, if the results are good, it's bearish for gold. If we get a good NFP, yeah, that's because that means that the economy is doing well. It's bullish for USD, therefore bearish for gold. So I think if we get a good NFP, the initial reaction would be the typical reaction: gold sells. Now, where do I think gold will sell to? I think it will bounce off this 4-hour support. 30.86. There's no bottom wick. I don't think there'll be much of a follow through. It's just right now this is a prediction. 50-50, this could happen, right? But I believe a good NFP will make gold spike down a little bit. 30.86 will be the first place I'm looking at. And then below that, possibly down to 30.65. So this 30-minute support, if it does spike down. Now, before NFP, if we get to this support 30.86 before NFP and we close above it, or we stop right on it, I think we get a push up from there. Just straight push up. Because it would have fallen into that 4-hour level. I'm not sure if we're going to get a complete sell-off today, but that's my that's what I think will happen today. And that's only that analysis is really based on NFP having good numbers. If it's bad numbers, then gold is just going to push up. It should push up because that's bearish for USD, therefore should be bullish for gold. So yeah, this is going to be should be an interesting NFP. Price does like to range before NFP. I know it's a big range. It doesn't seem like it's there's been a lot of movement within this range. I mean, if you look from just from the lows of this morning, price has pushed up 440 pips, nearly 450 pips. It's just the volume in gold right now is insane. It's insane. so much movement in these markets, and we're only 3 months, not even a full 3 months, like 2.5 months into Trump's presidency. I think it's like 2 months and a week, because he started what, January 20th? Yeah, so about 2 months and 2 weeks. Insane movement. Now hate him if you want. Hate him if you want. He's creating some opportunities in these markets. He's creating some opportunities. I mean, the stocks ain't doing well, but for Forex, gold moving like this is it's not normal, but it's becoming the new normal. 400 pips in, how long was this? 10 o'clock to 12 o'clock. 2 hours, 440 pips, like nothing. Yesterday, this was like 400 pips in 30 minutes. Yeah, because I remember I actually got into this trade and closed, and I thought, there's no way it's going to keep going up like this, and it just kept pushing. 400 pips in 30 minutes. Mad volume in gold? Yes. Yes, yes. Exactly that. Exactly that. Crazy volume. But we got 15 minutes to NFP. And get some more volume. Happy NFP day. Right, so we've tapped into that first support. Alright, what do we think pound yen's gonna do? Might get a little continuation pattern to continue up. GJ buys. So if this daily support holds, then GJ should push up. GJ loves this area, bruh. Don't even get me started with this GJ area, man. Like this whole week, this was like a week of pound yen just pushing up and coming back down, pushing up and coming back down. I won't forget that. I will not forget that. It was a lot. It was a lot. I mean, you could play the range. The best thing to do would be to play the buys up from the support. No, it was the sells, because we were bearish. I remember being bearish down here because we had this, we're creating these lower highs, and then this support just wasn't breaking. But every time price was pushing up, I was taking the sells back down, anticipating that we'd finally break, but we were breaking daily lows. There was just no follow through. And the target for like this whole, I think it was about 2 weeks for me, was this weekly support 187.3 or 187.1. I remember that, and it just wasn't pushing. And then we had this massive push up. I remember this. I thought, okay, we're finally going somewhere, and then nope, we tapped into this resistance, and then this became the area where we just kept tapping into and dropping. So I hope that pound yen, we don't get, you know, more price action like February the 24th, that week where we're just hovering around this daily support area. Not looking forward to it. So we'll see if we get that bounce. But yeah, pound yen's looking, I mean, 8 minutes left. If we get a continuation pattern, we might get a nice retracement, maybe a retest of this resistance 190, and then if we break above, continue up. If we hold, then we could get a push down. Give me 1 second, guys. That's better. All right. How long we got? 5 minutes left. 5 minutes. I'm gonna have to do the split screen, right? Definitely gonna have to do the split screen. Let's see what kind of price action we get. I'm quite looking forward to NFP actually. I like to see volume kick in. I like to see what it does, how price gets affected. Right, let me split the screen from now because it's random support. Obviously, it always does this. All right, 3 minutes to go. I'm gonna split screen my broker as well because sometimes TradingView likes to delay. Let's do 2 screens. Perfect. Oh, gold is dropping. Alright, so I want either a retest of 3086 or, I mean, if it really wants to push down, then 48 down here. Between 3048 to 3050, I believe I have like a daily resistance down there. But I mean, 300 pips to 3065 is not even it's not even crazy. It's not even crazy, is it? That's like, it's 30 minutes. Happened yesterday, quick. Let's go. Wait, where's Roger Casino? Let me see what's going on over there. Right, let's end this poll. Okay. So more people thinking buys, a third thinking both. This is going to be very interesting. So we've tapped that support now. Tapped into 30.93 and we're having a little pullback, like a little 50 pips, a little 50 pips. Right, spreads are getting larger. 15 seconds. Pound yen's coming down a bit. Okay, gold's coming down. Alright, I wanted to tap into, like I said, 30.86. Alright, what's the results though? Let's see. Oh, good numbers, very good numbers. Very good numbers, but the unemployment rate went up, which is weird. So it's kind of it's mixed. It's actually mixed. But pound yen looks like a nice continuation to go up. Oh, my broker, there's no bottom wick though. So we got good numbers, which should be bearish for gold. So a little spike down, but I think we continue bullish. We didn't quite tap the support. We came kind of close, came very close, but we do have a 4-hour bottom wick. We do have a 4-hour bottom wick. So GJ, what did GJ do now? GJ, yeah, nothing going on. Let's take it off split screen. We can watch these one by one pretty easily. I mean, you're not gonna get crazy volume every time, but what I've noticed sometimes with news, if you don't get the volume straight away, you do have to wait till the candle closes. And the volume might come in at 2 o'clock, 2 or 2:30. But pound yen, this definitely looks like it wants to go up, like continuation pattern to go up. But yeah, very underwhelming. I'm still watching the gold price, 30.86. Like I said, looking for a tap and then a push up. said volume will come later. I hope so. I hope so. Okay, GJ's giving us the push up. Yeah, GJ retracement from here would just be, it would be perfect. You know, we already spoke about pushing up from this daily support, and if this area holds, we get a nice retracement. So maybe to this resistance, get a little retest there. Yeah, GJ would have been the buys. Be nearly 20 pips now, looks like. Where it broke this high. Yeah, nearly 20 pips now. $189.40 about there. I was looking at that level and I was thinking, should I? But on my broker, the reason I didn't really want to take anything is because on my broker, this current candle doesn't actually have a bottom wick. Like on TradingView it does. On TradingView it spiked down, but on my broker it's got, in fact it does have a bottom wick. It's very small, very small bottom wick. Very small, and a tiny gap as well. Oof, GJ's giving us the push. Oh, this is very nice. Very nice. So we had the retest of daily support, this massive support formed, continuation pattern, and then we've got this lovely candle continuing up. So we're going to get a nice GJ retracement today. No. Yes. And meanwhile, what's gold doing? Gold's kind of just chilling, isn't it? Come on, Goldie. Okay, GJ's retraced. Wow. I don't see any setups right now for any entries, if I'm honest with you, because I want a retest of this 3086, but I still need, for me to get into some buys, I still need a support. So if I was going to get in buys here, I would need this candle to like tap, you know, either to this 4-hour support or even this 30-minute support here, and then flip and then create a support, and then I can get into buys on the next one. So I've got the retest. And meanwhile GJ is dropping, so that continuation pattern would have been good for 20 pips and then slap break even. Slow week, well, for the stream anyway, unfortunately. I don't think I'm taking any trades on stream this week. They've all been off stream. Leave a London session. Yeah, mostly London session, to be honest. Start the day really well. Oh, gold's dropping. So past this support, so looking for a retest of 30.65 now. Alright, gold. He said gold might range. I hope not. But to be honest, even if it does, it's not a bad range. That's my support from earlier. Let me take that off. If the range is from this support to this resistance, I wouldn't even mind. 630 pips. Alright, we're only 100 pips away from this support. It's crazy to think that this little this little space here is 100 pips. That's how much volume is in gold right now. Like, we've just fallen 200 pips and it looks like just a regular candle. And gold's got to make us rich this year, super rich. Because it's moving like this without news. I mean, this push up this morning, no news. It's crazy. But if gold wants to play this range, like we had a range like this. When did we have a range like this? It was recently. Was it here? Was it last week? Where it was just up and down, up and down? It was here. Like we came down, we came up, we came down, we came up. Like beautiful, massive range. It's been a couple of days where it's been like that. Just up, down, up, down. And they're big ranges too. Alright, there we go. So we've had the push down, pushing back up. $180 pips. Yo. $180 pip rejection. We'll pull back. How quick was that? Blink and you miss it. Oh yeah, I would love gold to push up today. Like my first buy target on gold is, it wasn't even that daily resistance, it was the 4 hours, so 31.53. But do you know what I really want? I want 3200. Yep, 3200. And I want it today. Why not? If gold can move this much, in 30 minutes, imagine what it can do by the end of the day. Alright, GJ didn't break this previous low. Ugh. I was actually thinking about getting buys when it getting into buys when it re-breaks this high, but still a 45 pip stop loss. And what I'm struggling with now is identifying where to manage risk if I did take this trade. Because if the stop loss was this previous candle and this bottom wick was a bit shorter, then I could at least say, alright, I'm going to cut 50% if we break the low of the entry candle, and then, you know, let the rest hit stop. But we don't really have that guarantee, that room. Man, so much volume. That was another 100 pips. It just fell back down. Crazy price action, man. Right, what are we gonna do? Gold, what are we doing? What are we doing? Not to say this news didn't have no volume, it just wasn't very quick. But look, price did move 260 pips, you know. See what this daily is looking like. super bearish, but we haven't broken yesterday's low, so down to 30.54. We could still get a long bottom wick on gold. On the daily, we're in this wicky area. Look at that 4 hour. Well, good thing we didn't take this pound yen entry. Well, it didn't really re-break the high properly, did it? Going to be late moves today. Yeah, seems so. I mean, it's still quite early, isn't it? It's still quite early, but yeah, I think you're right. OGJ's dropping. Nothing crazy. So if it breaks the low, it's at 188.87. Let me give it another 9 minutes. Let's see what's going on before this new 4-hour candle opens. But we've broken the previous low. I mean, we already did that. Tapped into this 4-hour support right here. I would love for gold to come down, just close above this support and then push up right there. That would be the ideal play. Dum, 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 dum. Da, da, da. You're finishing early today. It's nice out. Oh my god, today is going to be very nice weather. It's like 20 degrees now. I was already out this morning on my bike. But yeah, it's going to be nice weather. Going to be very nice weather. I'm happy for us. Nice warm April. What's pound yen doing? Oof. But if this creates a lower high, yeah, no, let me chill. I need some good confirmations for the pound yen buys. Like this candle right here by itself was sort of just one confirmation, because it was bouncing off the daily support and it was an engulfing as well. But I mean, the structure is still quite bearish, So in order to get into some buys, it would be nice if this candle came down, so we've got the resistance, and we created a higher low, like we rejected the support again, then we pushed up. That would be just perfect. Okay, come on gold, only 80 pips, that's nothing. Unfortunately, do we have any clean ranges? Yeah, the 1 hour got a clean range down to 30.54. So yeah, wick fill, it's not bad. Alright, Goldie, come on. Gold and pound yen are both selling at the same time. You see this? This 50 pips looks like nothing. Doesn't look very far away, but it's a whole 50 pips. Alright, is GJ about to break this low? Nope, push back up a little bit. Let's say the low was at 86. Okay. Alright, pound yen respecting that previous low for now. Hey, Winfinity, what's up? What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? Just waiting for some confirmations of what moves we're gonna get here. Said waiting for gold to tank. Oh, man. Yeah, I'm just looking for, I'm still bullish on gold. That's the thing, I'm still bullish on gold. Fundamentally, there's no reason for gold to be going down right now. That's just the way I see it. So I'm looking for a good area to buy up from, but if that doesn't happen, I just don't have any clean ranges below. Wouldn't even mind a daily wick fill. If you get a daily wick fill and we break this low, then like I said, a retest of this daily resistance from like a couple weeks ago. Was it a couple weeks? Was it last week? 2 weeks ago, the 20th. So yeah, let's see. This is yesterday's low right here. So if we can close below this support, then I think we're definitely going to get this daily wick fill, pushing away from this resistance. But if this support holds, or this area holds, I'm looking for buys back up. Me too, I'm looking to buy from 30.57ish. All right, good. That's good. I'm not alone in this. Love it. The thing is, these gold sells are not like, they're not massive. It seems like a lot, but it's not a sell-off. There's just so much volume in gold right now. We're still within this range. Yeah, we'll see. I want to see how this 4-hour candle closes. Obviously it looks like it's going to close, well, it is closing very bearish. Oh no, wait, there's another hour in this one. Hold on, hold the phone. It's because Owanda's gone, so it's throwing off my 4-hour candles. That one closes in an hour too. Oh man. Okay, what I'm gonna have to do, let's see if this changes it. But yeah, we are +1. Just gonna have to leave it. Is what it is. This is the 4-hour candle now. Let's check pound yen real quick. Wow. It's pound yen respect to that previous low. Got another indecision candle, another doji. Was kind of hoping we had a resistance here so that the next candle can create the support to go back up. Owanda is working. Is it working for gold though? Because my Owanda gold chart disappeared, and that's where I do all my let's have a look. Oh, lovely. I don't know what happened to my Owanda chart, but one day I came back and it was just blank. Oh, look at all my old analysis. Oh, thanks for that. There we go. See, 4-hour candle. This is when it's supposed to be. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Okay, we still close below this 4-hour support anyway. And this is the daily level I'm looking at. Alright, cool. Do you know what? I'm glad that's back. I'll get back to that, definitely. But for the meantime, look at GJ. Oh, GJ wants to go up. That's cool. But do you know what I need? I need Owanda. Put my levels back on. Alright, so yeah, anywhere, I'm looking for buys in between, anywhere in between here really. But where was that 4-hour? Yeah, I kind of wanted this 4-hour to hold. Still don't mind the push up. We can close back above. But I have a feeling gold wants to go down just a little bit more before it comes back up. Get a 4-hour bottom wick. But you know what, if it respects this low and we push up from here, wouldn't be too bad. Pound yen pushing. Just don't have any setups at the moment. I'm gonna have to wait for a few candles before anything, to be honest. Was hoping to get a buy from a support for GJ, but this support right here is just way too weak. This I don't think I could even call this a support. Yours is good too, so it's just my Owanda that wasn't working. Maybe this is something to do with my subscription because I've changed it over. Probably what it was. No, Owanda got bought by FTMO, didn't they? Big move. Alright, I've got to just wait for this volume to kick in. Well, this NFP volume wasn't that bad. It really wasn't. So, like I said, with good numbers, gold should sell. And it was very good numbers. I have the same problem with Owanda. It switches back and forth. Okay, good. Not just me then. This NFP, look, 260 pips it dropped. It was very good numbers. Very good numbers. We got market open in 25 minutes. NYSE open, I should say. But I don't know if gold wants to sell off for the rest of the day. If we don't break yesterday's low, then I think we retrace back up and we get a long bottom wick like yesterday. The only thing that's making me think sells is this 4-hour closing below this 4-hour support. Well, I mean, it did it yesterday and pushed all the way back up before coming all the way back down. Yeah, if we hold, definitely looking for some buyers back up. And this range, if we get a support here, this range is just massive. Like, these gold ranges have been crazy. If we go down to the support, 560 pips. 560 pip range in an afternoon, and gold can retrace this. I mean, if it can do this in an hour and a half, shoot, it can do that by the end of the day. Like to check on the dollar index, see how the US dollar's doing. Not much going on there too. What's everyone's thoughts on the markets right now? Just waiting for your setups. You bullish, bearish? So just reading up on some tariff stuff that my friend just sent me. Alright, gold. Creating a nice little support. Still got 18 minutes though till this candle closes. Maybe we're just retesting. Where's the Asian lows? We'll close below. If we close back above, I think we get a push up. The 4 hour barely has a bottom wick. Well, this 4 hour. Yeah, my brokers looks like a wonder right now. This is good. Okay, pound yen. Hope pound yen doesn't range for the end of the session. But if it does, it does. Kind of think gold will be the play right now. Gold's got a nice clean range that I want to retrace. I want the buyers back up. Even if gold closes with this support here, these stop losses are just so big. Oh my god, 130 pips if I use the previous low. Yeah, that's mad. Yeah, I can't use 130 pip stop loss. That's just, no. Even if I half my position. Yes, no. Maximum I like on gold is about, honestly, these days, about 40 pips. What kind of stop losses do you guys use? What's your maximum stop loss, or does it depend on your strategy? Use M15. Use M15 stops. Okay, so like 20 to 30 pips, yeah? Okay. Okay, Rosie, maximum 50 pips. Okay. Oh yeah, you don't close partials, do you? So you just hold the whole thing. Alright, GJ's coming back down, gold's pushing up. I would not mind gold pushing up from here. I would not. It's literally just a stop loss that's putting me off. Because this is, I've got a bullish bias. So I'm looking for the buyers. We could be creating a higher low if we close bullish here. Because we've got a low, then a higher low. We're not breaking yesterday's low, which is another bullish confirmation for me. And we've got this clean range up. So the only thing I would need now is a decent stop loss. So if I was going to get in, if this candle was closing right now and I wanted to get in, I need the next candle to create a nice bottom wick that I can use as a stop loss. That's less than like 40-50 pips, and then I'll get into some buys with the idea that price is going to retrace this drop. My first target would be this resistance, and the next target would be to the moon. Yeah, 20 pip stop losses, nice. I remember those days, the good old days. What time frame do you use to get 20 pips? I feel like with gold that has to be the 5-minute time frame, because the way these candles are recently, or entry candle stop losses, those are the only ways I can get the smallest stop losses. And I always start using a previous candle and then reduce it to the entry candle. But yeah, previous candle highs and lows are where, like, if price hits there, my trade is definitely invalid. But look at this push up, 150 pips, this candle alone. Couldn't use previous candles for stops. Look, this candle here, the length of this candle is 180 pips. It's just, even this little candle here, 88 pips. Sometimes I measure these candles and I actually look at the prices. I'm thinking, am I measuring this right? I am, because this is like $112. No, it's $12 movement, so it's 120 pips. GJ's just ranging. If pip's too high, I manually manage it. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah, same. If I have a really good setup and my pips are really high, then obviously I'm closing 50% in drawdown. I'm not trying to take the full stop loss hit if I don't have to. And it's not about not trusting the strategy, it's just, yeah, reducing risk really. And I don't like to use the lower time frame. I don't like to use the 15-minute for entries because I just get faked out too much. As long as the trade and structure is valid, yes, exactly. Exactly. Before I get into any trade, the first thing I think of is what would make my trade invalid? What would need to happen for this trade to have a lower probability of working out? And usually it's breaking the previous high or low, which is normally why I have my stop loss there. I would give it till market opens and I'm gonna call it a day. Maybe go out again for a walk. Listen, when the weather is nice like this in the UK, you need to take advantage. The sun is out. It looks great. Stretch your legs, especially if you're indoors all day. I've already had a little cycle this morning. Like I said, just go for a little walk around the park and hopefully don't get attacked by hay fever. That's the worst thing about summer. It comes with a side of allergies. Sun is out and the wind too. Do you know what? It's not that windy down here. I've already been out on my bike this morning. It's not that windy. And the little wind I did feel was like, it was nice. It was breezy. Actually, I'm looking out the window. I do see the trees or the bushes moving a bit. My neighbours. Oh shoot, maybe it's a bit windy. I'm definitely looking forward to this weekend. I think it's going to be nice all weekend. Let me check. Going out tomorrow. Oh, yes. Saturday. Have you tried it? Leave your tablets for hay fever. Oh yes, yeah. Oh yeah. Unfortunately, I'm one of those people that have to pop pills like before I leave my house. Otherwise, sometimes just on a day to day. And I've got wooden flooring in my house, so I'm gonna get one of those hoovers because I need to get rid of any bit of dust. But yeah, I'm not playing with hay fever this year. It's like having a cold in the summertime. It's ridiculous. But yeah, I like Alivia. Alivia helps. Definitely. Who? All right, let's see if we get a nice little support here. Now, if gold decides to drop in the next 5 minutes and close weak bullish, then I'm going to be looking at sells when we break this low. Said, thank God I don't suffer from hay fever. Listen, you're lucky. You're lucky. But I have some friends who, I remember this Portuguese girl I used to work with. Her hay fever. She just all of a sudden got hay fever. I said to her, that's allergies. She's like, no, I've never had it before. I said, girl, that's what it is. I'm telling you. The itchy eyes, the runny nose. And she went and got an injection. And the injection took it away. But it was some, like, back office nurse in Elephant and Castle. Like, it's just not... Yeah. There's like a big Spanish, Portuguese community in South London. And they have all the tricks and stuff up their sleeves. But I never went. But having an injection that gets rid of it sounds great. Apparently there is something that you can get from the doctors, but it doesn't necessarily always work. So, yeah. Alright, GJ, gonna give us some sells. We just love some structure. But look, see what I mean with gold? If this closes weak bullish now, if it closes, I don't even want to say below. Do you know what? If it closes below, you need that injection. But ask about it. I actually looked it up. Check it out. If you look up hay fever injection or allergy injection or something like that, you will find it. But you have to, I think you have to request it specifically from your doctors. They won't offer it. But if you ask for it, they can give it to you. Okay, so if we close below this Asian low, now if we close how we are now, then yeah, I'm taking sells. Let's see. Depends how this candle closes. And hopefully we get a longer 4-hour bottom wick. And my first target is weird, but it doesn't, it seems like it's close, but this is actually 50 pips away from this support. So I just need a little top wick and then break this low. I'll lock in 50 pips, forget retest of this support, and then I am done for the day. Yeah. Yes, I am. What's up? I'm not closing with a weak bullish. It's kind of weak. We've got a longer wick than a body, and as long as we close below this Asian low, I think the sells are good. All right, let's do it. Let's do it. It's just stop loss, man. Might have to use a smaller risk, honestly. All right, we've got NYSE open right now. My broker's got the tiniest top wick. But yeah, I'm looking at buys once we break buys. I'm looking at sells once we break this low. Sells below closure. Nope, that's not right. That's a sell stop. Nah, please, candle. This candle, please do not fill this last wick. It's so big. Oh my god, here we go. How are these candles so big? It's insane. Might have to. I'm more annoyed my wife hasn't told me about it. She's a pharmacist. Listen, if your wife is a pharmacist, yeah, confirm with me, please. But it's definitely a thing. It's 100% a thing that you can get this hay fever injection. It's 1000%. But I would like to know. Like I said, it was some back office, like Colombian nurse that was dealing with them that you had to book with, and I wasn't very comfortable with that. But like I said, Elephant Castle, the people that I worked with is a lot of Spanish speaking, Portuguese speaking people. So like I was surrounded. My colleagues, a lot of them were Spanish, or you can't call them Latinos. They were Spanish speaking. So they all, their community, they all knew about it. But yeah, I would love to confirm that it's something you can get in the UK. But like I said, I've looked it up, and I know it's something you can ask your doctor for. It's just I try not to rely on tablets and things as much as possible. Like even I had an operation last year, end of last year, and I was supposed to take tablets, painkillers for a certain amount of time. And obviously right after I took them, but yeah, I just thought, you know what, this pain is not, it's not a 10, so I'd rather not have to rely on pills constantly. I'm just not a fan of it. But hay fever, man, I'll pop them things on a daily if I have to. All right, might be getting into some sells here. Entry candle high. Come on, Goldie. Let's end this week nicely. One for the stream. It's been a minute. So I was supposed to finish like half an hour ago, but I felt a move coming. So let's get it. Come on, close. We're close. I got tapped in on my broker. Hey. Okay, I'm actually in some sells here. Where's the price? 70.35. Yep. Oof. Half risk because the stop loss is massive. but I'm anticipating that we break this support and it'll get to 50 pips. And if price comes up to where the candle opened, I'm going to manage my risk, and I'm closing. Am I closing 50%? It's already half risk. I'll probably still close 50%. 100 pip stop losses, insane. But let's get it. That's right, Benny. Let's go. Look at that. Come on. Let's go. How much we up? Oh, damn. Boom, 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 boom. Up 20 pips. 30 pips. Woo, 50 pips. All right, I'm locking some in here. Stop loss to break even. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. All right, closed 80%. And I'm just gonna leave my little runners, my little baby runners. Let's go. Let's go. Love this for us. Come on, gold. Come on, W's if you caught this. Tell me you guys caught this with me, man. It's been a minute. I'm trying to give you lot something back for showing up every day. All right, Benny's in. Knew it. Let's go. Look at that pullback. Jeez. Oh wow, you really called her. Said they're not available on NHS. As far as she's aware, they were stopped due to being risky. See, that's why you gotta go to these back office Colombians. They're still doing it. It's not the NHS. And I think they paid about, it was either 30 or 50 pounds to get this thing, to get this injection. Listen, if I could be cured of hay fever for summer, I would pay up to 50 pounds. Oh, but nice trade there. Nice trade. What did it get to? We got to, look at that, literally 100 pips. Right, I've hit break even now, but I locked in at about 50 pips. Beautiful trade, beautiful trade. All right, guys, now I'm done for the day. Now I'm done. Excellent trades. Risk reward was a bit off, but you know, well, to be honest, we could have held to 100 pips and closed there, but we didn't need to. Get in, get out, and it was a beautiful trade. Lovely, lovely, lovely. All right, guys, I will see you next week where we do this all over again. Might have to stay on a bit later in general. The moves, they don't come early, do they? It's been a bit later recently. But happy Friday, and yeah, I hope you enjoy your weekends and you have a good rest of NY session and you secure some more pips, or you're done for the day, and I'll see you on Monday. Peace out.